And welcome to the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, and we're going to start with some music. So, Tracia, why don't you take it away?
I will. So good morning, everyone. I'm turning my volume up so I can hear you better. Okay, great. So I'd like to sing a song with you this morning that you know. It's called I Send My Love. Let me see if you can see me. Here we go. Take a nice deep breath with me. Oh boy, there's a Jackie DeShannon song in our history about the world needs now. And I don't believe that the world actually needs anything but the desired expression of love, sweet love. And I know that it comes from us, it originates with us. And so I just invite you to really send this, to really let love flow through you in this. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. Let's send joy. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. We need it so much. Send laughter. I send my laughter over the mountains. I send my laughter over the sea. I send my laughter into the heavens, and it returns to me. How about peace? I send peace over the mountain. I send peace over the sea. I send peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. And love, I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me, and it returns to me, and it returns to me.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tracia.
Welcome.
Good morning. The Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Steve Van Meter, and I am your senior minister. And I'm so glad that you've joined us this morning. We know you have a lot of different places you can tune into or things you can do, but you found us. Here we are. And let's recite our vision mission statement, shall we? Which says, we are an open, loving, spiritual community dedicated to evolving consciousness through teaching spiritual principles. We have some announcements this morning. So Paula, would you like to give us some announcements, please? Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Steve. Hello, everyone. Our center's new mobile app is here. We're excited to announce that Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living has upgraded our mobile app, Banco, our e-giving provider and has launched an updated mobile app called Vanco Mobile to replace Give Plus Mobile. You can download the mobile app for free from the App Store or Google Play. From there, you can make a one-time donation or set up a reoccurring giving through the app. Just select your fund and amount and enter the payment method and complete the donation. If you currently use the Give Plus app, your credentials stay the same in Vanco Mobile. No need for a new user ID or password. Please download the Vanco Mobile by September 30th. And if you have any questions about this, please email Rhonda, and her contact information is in your e-news. There has been some interest in a directory, and I know the last time we had one was 2016, or that I know of, that I've found. And we do have one person interested in helping with it. So we would need one more person to do some legwork. So to make this happen, contact me and I will help you get in touch with that other person. So Reverend Steve will be teaching Foundations of Science of Mind, Monday, September 20th through November 22nd from 1 to 4. It's a 10-week class that is absolutely free except for the $45 registration fee plus the textbook. If you have any questions, email or call Reverend Steve. Sherry Davis will be teaching Spiritual Economics. This is an 8-week class via Zoom, and it's going to begin Monday, October 4th and ends November 22nd. And the time will be 3 to 6 p.m. True prosperity and spiritual well-being flow from where there is consciousness of wholeness. In this way, we manifest our true desire, which is not to have, but to be completely fulfilled and overflowing with the richness of life. The purpose of this class is to live a new reality of life based upon the powerful foundation of spiritual truth. The book required is Spiritual Economics by Eric Butterworth. The class fee is $120 plus the $45 CSL certificate fee. For information, please contact Sherry Davis, and her information is in your e-news also. Our annual members meeting is September 26th. You are so welcome and so invited to this. It'll be at noon, most likely on Zoom, but I still hold out hope for in person, but we will see, and you will know if it's going to be on Zoom or in person. In person, it will also be on Zoom so that those people that choose to participate in that way, their vote will be counted. And you will be receiving a notice of this meeting in the mail this week. Don't forget about our spiritual meditation, our vitamin, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The room opens at 8:45. Thank you.
How about a song? I believe We Are One is first. Is that correct? Okay, good. Let's sing that together, shall we? We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me, we are one. And in this unity, we shall live in harmony as peace has come, as we are one.
Thank you, Treasure, and all who joined her. I'd like to have you join me in speaking the gratitude for
Recording in
today.
progress.
And that will be up on your screen in just a moment. Okay. I am grateful to continually learn and grow, embracing the good of God. Let's do that once more. I am grateful to continually learn and grow, embracing the good of God. And so it is. My name is Janet Moray. I'm your virtual podium practitioner today. And Deborah Perdue is our virtual table practitioner. And Deborah's holding the high watch for us. So we know that we are just surrounded by divinity. Please, if you would like a prayer, if you'll submit it through our website, we would be delighted to pray for you for a whole week. There's a wonderful form and they're easy to fill out and it's sent right out to us. Now we have a prayer that we're going to speak together. And Rhonda will put that up on the screen. Here we go. I am constantly expanding my wisdom and knowledge. I know that as I contribute to more peace, joy, and love in my own life, I am contributing towards the collective good, and so it is. Are you seeing a theme here? So in keeping with the theme today of Reverend Stephen's talk, the title is Reaching Higher. And I'd like to begin with a quote from the philosopher Plotinus rather, that really kind of touched me when I read it. I am trying to make what is most divine in me rise up to what is divine in the universe. I have to say that again. I am trying to make what is most divine in me rise up to what is most divine in the universe. And the following things that I'm going to talk about come from this month's Science of Mind magazine. If you have the magazine, I encourage you to read Dive Deep to Reach Higher. It's a wonderful 4 or 5 page article. So I've taken bits and pieces of it. If you don't, you can also do it online. If you go to the website, not ours, but to General Science of Mind. All has already been given. Life force is omnipresent and waits on you to rise in consciousness above the confusion of condition. Meet its vibration and know its vibration now. God is spirit, and we experience spirit, capital S, in spirit, small s. Simply reach higher than feels possible and experience the unimaginable. This doesn't mean your world is without challenges, both personal and our collective consciousness. Managing this is what faith is for between the miracles. Faith is like a kite rising against the wind. If you've flown a kite, we know how that feels. It's just awesome. Reach higher through your heart. Being in transmission doesn't break you, but enables you to break away from old patterns that no longer serve you. Muhammad Ali said, real success comes when we rise after we fall. Some mountains are higher than others, some roads steeper than the next. These are hardships and setbacks, but you cannot let them stop you. Even on the highest road, you must not turn back. So the soul reaches higher through the heart. Remember, it is said that we should love God with all our heart and our soul and our might. So rise above your personal sense of self that mistakenly feels separate from the whole. God is love. That's its nature. And all that God is part of your true nature. Since you are the infinite, reaching higher has its rewards. And now I have an affirmation for you, and then we're going to go into silence for a few moments. If it's comfortable to close your eyes, please do so, and then I will call you back in the room. So the affirmation is, I reach higher because God is ever expanding consciousness, and what is, I am. My words, my feeling, my life demonstrates this expansion. And now I invite you to gently come back into the room, knowing that we are all reaching higher. We're going to have some special music now from Treasure, and then our talk from Reverend Stephen. Thank you.
And I'd like to invite you to just kind of stay in that meditative place for a moment and sing I Am with me. I am, I am, I am loved. I am, I am, I am loved. The love of God is in my life. I am loved. It just went so beautifully with your meditation, Janet. So I believe in divine right timing always. And I'd like to know if anybody has a birthday and coming up here in September. Anybody? Going once. All right.
Birthday.
Hallelujah, Gail. We get to sing the birthday song. Oh, goody. Let's sing it together. And just for anybody who's not here, we'll just send it out to them too, okay? Gail, you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you and many more. I do actually have some special music for you too, but I just couldn't resist the opportunity to celebrate you and celebrate with you the fact that we're here together. So let's see. I actually have something for you. Let me see. All right. Yeah, you can see me, I think. Yep. Even my whole head. Yes. Don't do that. Okay, here we go. And And as soon as you catch it, go ahead and sing it with me. The chorus is pretty straightforward, and I think a lot of you already know this. And it feels so right for today. Oh my. When my world is not okay, when there's roadblocks in my way, when I feel so all alone, these words can bring me home. Let love lead the way. Let love lead the way. Oh, oh, oh. Let love lead the way. Let love lead the way. When we can't see eye to eye, no matter how we try, we can find our harmony if you'll sing this song with me. Hey, hey, come on and let love lead the way. Let love lead the way. Oh, oh, oh. Let love lead the way. Let love lead the way. In everything, love can be the gift I bring, to give and to receive, straight from the heart. I'll let love lead the way. Oh, come on now, let love lead the way. Oh, 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 let love lead the way. Let love lead the way. Now, if you know me, you know I do that. If you ever hear that sound, I'm not far away. Let love, let love, woo! Little freestyle here, sing it your way. Let love lead the way. Let love lead. Let love lead. Ooh, now each morning that I wake, there's a choice that I can make. In everything I do and say, I'll let love lead the way. Hey, hey, let love lead the way. Oh yeah, come on now, let love lead the way. Oh, 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 every day. Oh yeah, let love lead the way. Let love lead the way. Come on now, let love lead the way. Oh, 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 let love lead the way. Let love lead the way. Let love lead the way. Come on now, let love lead the way. Every day now, let love lead the way. Come on now, let love lead the way.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tracia. Well, here we are in September, and our title this month is Reaching Higher, and my talk title today is also Reaching Higher. You know, in August, we spent time resting and rejuvenating and readying ourselves for the next leg of our journey as we begin our ascent in consciousness. And this month is about reaching higher towards a greater understanding of what exactly that means, of ourselves and our place in the universe, pushing past our comfort zones and using our understanding in innovative ways to advance us forward while including and benefiting from the wisdom and experiences that we've gained along the way. Yes, we are rising in consciousness. even though it may appear that things are going sideways, we're always learning and growing, shifting and changing. So what is your growing edge personally? What are you working with or through? And there's no lack of anything to work on these days, is there? Even as a movement, as a teaching, we're discovering new ways to express and to be in the world. How are we expanding or understanding and applying our principles to include the good and the collective good of our planet? How are we being called to reach higher and push past our comfort zones or our discomfort zones at times? From our Global Heart Vision, we teach that we see a world in which each and every person lives in alignment with their highest spiritual principle, emphasizing unity with God and connection with each other. A world in which individually and collectively, we are called to a higher state of consciousness and action. We envision humanity awakening to its spiritual magnificence and discovering the creative power of thought. A world where each and every person discovers their own personal power and the ability to create an individual life that works within a world that works for everyone. Interesting times. Our science of mind principles teach oneness. There's only one of us here, expressing as the billions of life forms and experiences all at the same time. But there truly is only one infinite reality. Now, we call this by many names, including but not limited to God, Christ consciousness, life itself, universal spirit, infinite intelligence, first cause. One of my favorites is source energy. And as Ernest Holmes put it, the thing itself. But you get to decide. Maybe you have your own description of what it is, and that's your business. But we can agree that there is one infinite reality. It's undivided, complete, and whole within itself. And that this oneness creates everything out of itself, and therefore includes both the absolute and the relative, the tangible and the intangible, the physical and the metaphysical aspects of life and reality. This is the yin, the yang, the within, the without. And we teach love. Love is the very glue that holds everything together. Love is the self-givingness of universal spirit through its desire to express itself in terms of creation. Love is the impulse, and the law is the way of creation. So love shows the way, and law makes that way possible. Yes, let love lead the way. If you're in the midst of something and you're not feeling the love, that's a GPS. That's an idea to turn within and find anew the love that you need to express in the world. We teach eternal life, that this one infinite reality is eternal. We believe in the eternality and the immortality and the continuity of the individual forever and ever expanding. We never stop learning. We never stop growing. we teach this thing called the creative process. That if you see the symbol behind me, the circle with the two lines and the V, the action, that is the creative process. That there's one infinite reality, and it operates through this universal law of cause and effect. And this universal law is impersonal, it's automatic, and it is intelligent. The universal law receives the direct impulse of Spirit's impulse and acts upon it, bringing it into form. This is how we demonstrate. This is how we get answers to prayer. This is how we manifest in this world of form. Individuals having the same threefold nature use this creative process to shape our human experience in alignment with the perfect, whole, and complete reality. From the perspective of Science of Mind, we truly are one. And when we embody unity, we begin to live from that place of love. When we get confused in the world of effects, we think and feel that we're separate, that we are separated from ourselves. And from that place, our judgments between good and evil begin. We believe that to achieve awareness of the thing itself, God, source energy, the practice of this presence must be something that arises naturally within us and that is achieved with perseverance in our own spiritual work and daily meditations. We are what we teach, and we teach what we are. We are a living image of our philosophy of Science of Mind. We are one. There's no separation between me and my life, or you and me. There's truly only one of us here. We integrate into it and we become it in consciousness when we remember that we are the one. Ernest Holmes, in his book, Creative Mind, says, do you realize that your karma is nothing more than your false thinking, and that the only way to escape is to think the truth? And that brings with it the higher law. When the oldest enters, the youngest leaves, because there's nothing to give him life. The past is gone when we learn to forgive and forget. Again, that's Ernest Holmes in the Creative Mind book. So the starting point of karma is confusion. Seeing duality manifests as truth, and starting from that truth, taking it as cause and inevitably manifesting its effects. This is the wheel of karma. Good and bad arise from our preferences, whether conscious or unconscious. We simply individually discriminate what I like or dislike, what suits me or does not suit me. And it's from this point, good karma is a positive thing. But looking at it in a deeper way, good karma is just another way to stay in duality and to separate ourselves from our oneness. Think about it. The way to transcend this thing called karma, the constant practice, is to disappear into the situation, to stop having such a powerful opinion about what is happening. Stop stating your point of view. praise or criticize, and simply play the role in the situation. To realize how you can contribute from your individuality for the greater good of oneness. You know, we need to take our personal, powerful perspectives out of it and look at the big picture of what's going on. And we might see it differently. You know, when we're bouncing off duality between the past and the future, we're actually creating more karma, more cause and effect. The transcendence of karma arises from presence. Where is your presence? Which arises from duality. Staying in the present moment is a constant practice, and it's a way of living. Be still and know. Remember who you are. Karma can only exist outside of the present moment. From Dispenza blog, part 2, I found this. I've always said that when we overcome the emotions that tether us to our past, we can look back at our past from a greater level of consciousness, awareness, energy, or emotional state. We can then see the purposeful good in the painful or challenging events of our lives. And it's from this vantage point that we can see from a place of love, compassion, and freedom why certain events in our lives had to happen the way they did. Again, that's from the Dispenza blog, part 2. Eckhart Tolle says, the key to transformation is to make friends with this moment. What from it takes doesn't matter. What form it takes doesn't matter. And say to it, yes, allow it, be with it. Again, that's Eckhart Tolle. So it all stems from being mindful, being aware of what we're thinking, and do we want to experience the result of that? Living in the now, rising above the circumstances, involves constantly paying attention to the present moment as it is. By giving our attention to any situation, free of judgment, opinion, or expectation, we open the interior and exterior space to the acceptance and integration of what happens. We rise beyond what was before and seemed to be to what now really is a perfect unity. In this way, our life passes from a consciousness of greater fullness by detaching ourselves from the ups and downs of duality, good and bad, right and wrong. And thus, we become able to choose more consciously the life experience that we want to have, which brings us to gratitude. Being grateful for all that is. Can you be grateful for what's going on in your life right now? That's an interesting perspective and a challenge. But gratitude is the practice of the principle of creation, seeing creation as life affirming, looking for the good and focusing on that good. Gratitude is more than just an emotion. It is an attitude which carries us beyond doubt, attracting and magnifying the good that is focused upon. Gratitude accepts with perfect faith that which has not yet been manifested, as if it were already here. Act as though it's already so. And you know, there's a tool called journaling, writing some things down, maybe taking out your phone and opening the notepad and just putting some things down. But journaling is a powerful way to practice gratitude on a regular basis, on a daily basis, on a moment-to-moment basis. And I invite you to discover what works best for you. Maybe at the end of the day, I found that it's better for me if I do it right away. Because if I wait till the end of the day, I may forget something. That's just the way my brain works. So in conclusion, we live from our presence. And our presence is our conscious awareness. And this pure state of being, this present moment, the only one that exists, because the past and the future can only exist in the present moment. It is always the present moment. To be able to inhabit this present moment when we're faced with issues and situations, bring us back to the now. We can meditate silently on the following question. What is mine to do in this situation? And how can I contribute from a place of love in this situation? And sometimes it's tough love, but we need to come from that place of love. Before we leave, I want to give you just a short meditation. So I invite you to take a moment and just sit comfortably and rest your body and your mind for a moment and just contemplate your thoughts without judging them. Just watch them come and go. I like to imagine a river of thought. And as an idea comes in, I just watch it float by into view and then out of sight, and then let it go. Neither judging nor denying them. Just let them appear and then disappear. And then another thought will appear. And bringing ourselves back to this moment, how grateful we are that we have this beautiful teaching and that we have a way of expressing ourselves within this world of form that makes sense. And so it is. Amen. Well, it's time for our prayer. So I invite you to take a moment and relax and remember who you are. Closing your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or taking a soft focus on something in your home or out the window. Let's follow our teaching. I invite you to go within. What do you believe created this world of form? What is your name for it? This is personal to you. You get to name it and label it whatever you choose. But I think we can agree that there is something creating. And as we align ourselves with that creative energy, we begin to understand that what we think about, we bring about. So as we begin to just think of love, what does love mean to you? Maybe the fragrance of a rose, maybe the companionship of a beloved pet. Maybe there's someone special in your life, in your family, in your world of form that gives you that feeling. It is that spiritual connection. It is that very love that is the healing aspect of everything that is. So if we can bring to thought what our situation is, at the same time we're bringing love into our consciousness. That love is the healing elixir that changes everything that we're walking through into a divine demonstration. I know that the power of the infinite is right where you are. And as we activate that power with love, something begins to shift and change. For change is the only constant. And as we introduce love into our changes, we change into that very love itself. I may not know what you're walking through, but I know that the infinite does. And as we call forth the miraculous healing energy of this moment, something happens. Something is happening right here and right now. Let us be grateful that whatever is going on, whatever it looks like, whatever you're walking through, is part of a healing energy, is part of a divine, miraculous energy that's transforming our world, our being, our lives into the greatest yet to be for us. How good it is to know that love is all that is. As we let go, completely releasing this word directly into the living, loving law of mind, where something powerful is happening by means of each one of us, individually and collectively. We let go, placing this prayer directly into the law, where it returns to us fully orbed and resplendent. As we affirm this together by saying, and so it is. Amen. Well, again, thank you for joining us this morning. It's time for our offertory, and I'd just like to say a couple things about our center right now, and we could really use your assistance. During the last year and a half, it's been a challenge for us, and we have had creative ways of making things work and keeping things going, but we could really use your consciousness and your prayer and your offering at this time. I don't like to do an ask, but I'm just letting you know that your center is looking to continue doing this, and we love you, and we know that you are blessed and we are blessed, and we know that that energy of love is who and what we are. So let's say our offertory idea about sharing today, which says, I give freely as I lift up my mind and heart to understand that divine presence is the source and substance of all my good. And so it is. Well, again, I want to thank you for your consciousness here. And let's say a prayer for our offering. So as we know that the divine energy of all that has been given, all that continues to be given, and all that has ever been given or ever will be, is the divine fulfilling its own nature. So we give thanks for this offering. It blesses the giver and the receiver and allows this Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living to be here, to be in Grants Pass, doing this beautiful work of remembering who we are. So we give thanks for these offerings. We are blessed as we affirm it together by saying, and so it is. Amen. Well, it's time for our closing song. So Treasure, let's hear some music, please.
Sure. Let's all take a nice breath together. Did you know that you really are a blessing in this world? And not only that, you're an agent of blessing, that you can bless in stealth But right now, we're going to bless each other openly. And we'll start this song. We'll sing it 2 times through. The first time I invite you to sing it, may you. And the last time, I am. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. I am filled with loving kindness. I am well. I am peaceful and at ease. And I am happy.
Beautiful. Thank you, Treasure. Well, it's time for our benediction and then our breakout room. So please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now.
Something wonderful,
Wonderful
is
is
happening
happening
right now.
right now.
There
It's
you go.
happening in my mind,
It's happening in my
Happening in my
mind,
mind,
in my body,
in my body,
my body,
and in the body of my affairs.
and in the body of my affairs.
affairs.
I think it,
I think it,
I feel it,
I feel it,
and I know it,
And I know
I
it,
know it.
just the way that it is,
just the way that it is,
and just the way that it is not.
and just the way that it is not.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Life.
And so it is.
And so it is.
So it is.
Everybody, blessings.